bunch of people have asked me numerous times about the music that I've created over my life. And I thought I'd make a couple of installment videos to give you an idea of what I've done over my entire career. Some of these bands have done barely anything, some of them have done a lot. However, I considered it a band if I'd played at least one show with them, or I've recorded at least one song. Because I've done a lot of, like, sit-in for people and play on their album, or hey Nate, come and do this one-off live performance, that type of a thing. So some bands are kind of, have less experience and some have a lot. So it all first starts out with a band that didn't even really play much of anything. It was the very beginning when I first started to give a crap about music. And I used to just play on an acoustic guitar very poorly. With a couple of friends, Jason Gabriel and Jeremy Sherwood. We used to pose for pictures more than play. We had the name HAYWIRE. I didn't even remember that name until I looked back at the pictures and saw that they were labeled HAYWIRE. So that was really the groundwork. It was more of just hanging out and saying we were a band than anything, and trying to, pose for photographs. I very soon decided that I actually wanted to start a real band. I met up with a guy named John Moran, and we formed a couple of little projects that eventually became a bigger band we were in. We had plenty of names, but two names that were really stuck into place was Caustic Vomit, which was a little bit of a heavier band. We had no drummer, just guitar and bass. Neither one of us sang. We wrote lyrics, but we didn't sing. And then that turned into Lung Butter, which I believe incorporated his sister, Shannon. But anyway, that band, when it started to get serious, we found a drummer, Derek Gannett, and we turned that band into DISTRAUGHT. And that was my major band all through high school. I did a lot of shows, had different lineups, different singers and stuff. Somewhere in our junior or senior year, we got a girl named Joy Powell to join us. And then we became Rivertown. We decided we'd change our name to something a little less metal sounding. And we went through a couple of other female singers as well in that time period. And then joined forces with Dave Archibald, otherwise known as Archie. And did Archie and Friends, which then soon became the Guise, G-U-I-S-E, with Stephanie Paulson. We did a couple of bar gigs and stuff. And all that, cover tune stuff made us kind of a little bit weary. So John and his brother, Matt, and Derek from DISTRAUGHT formed Fathom, which is like our incidental music jam, doing, seat of our pants improvisation. Probably the first band where I did seat of the pants improvisation. All through high school, I was in school-related projects too. I did jazz band between 9th and 12th grade, where I played bass, and also did concert band from 9th to 12th grade, where I played trumpet. Somewhere in our senior year also, John and I did the Augusta Symphony, which was directed by Chuck Malazzo, and also did like a gifted and talented course somewhere in there. But there were other bands that were really important at the time. I joined the Mrazeks, who now run the Weather Vane, and did a band that started out as the G.G. Brown Band, which turned into the Flatlanders, which Jeff Noel ended up playing with, and I ended up leaving. Also formed a side project with Preston Hall and Craig Hamilton called the Naked Gypsies. Did a lot of cover tunes, Black Sabbath, Steve Ray Vaughan, that type of stuff. And then I was asked to join a band that was originally called Crystal Forest with Mark Rodrigue, who actually was playing with DISTRAUGHT at the time. And that band used to have Jake McGilvery as a bass player, who was one of my students, but had Matt Sinclair as well. I joined them, and then Matt Sinclair was left soon afterwards, and we got Craig Hamilton on drums, and that was 2 Miles Gone. Many years later, that got changed to Soul Peace Orchestra. It was just me and Mark, and then years after that, that turned into Soul Peace Orchestra lineup number 2, and it was me, Mark, and BJ. I also played a lot with Rad Davis, and we had a little side project called Manthus, just doing silly cover tunes, and also another side project with Dallas and Mark called Diego Garcia, which we only have a couple of tunes recorded, not original, just kind of noisy jammings of covers. And that's the first section. That covers like 87 through 93. Alright, goodbye.